Good morning, students. My name is Maruti N. Sadavar, Assistant Professor, AITM MBA. Welcome to e-learning, Integrated Marketing Communication, Module 4, Part 2. In this session, we will be focusing on what is promotion, examples of promotion, types of promotion, conventional promotion, unconventional promotion, and push and pull strategies. We will also see some of the examples of push and pull strategies. Dear students, now we'll understand what do you mean by promotion. As you have seen, in marketing terms, promotion refers to any type of marketing communication used to inform or persuade target audience of the relative merits of a product, service, or brand or an issue. So here, promotion basically focuses on all the efforts of activities by company about the product, brand or service to the user. Here the main idea is to make people aware, attract and induce to buy the product in preference to others. So to understand more about this, if we see any company's efforts to promote the product may include advertising, personal selling, schemes, discounts, which you normally see by the companies. These are all nothing but promotions. So what the company intend here, what the company try to do is, they try to communicate what are the advantages, what are the benefits, what are the merits of a particular product or service, or they try to build the image about the brand in the minds of the customer. Basically here the intention of promotion is to create awareness and create interest in the minds of the consumer about particular product or service. Let us see what are the different types of promotions are there, or what are the examples of promotions. If we see, advertising is part of promotion. You have seen so many advertisements on TV. These are all part of promotion. This is also called a promotion. Means each ad speaks about particular product, a brand or service of a company, and they try to create awareness or attract or induce them to buy a particular product. So this is one example of promotion. Second, you must also have seen press releases. The companies are giving the press releases. In the press releases, they will be focusing on what are the new products coming in the market, how they are useful for the particular customers. They focus what are the merits of these products and how these products are useful for the customers through the press releases. Even this press release can be considered as a kind of a promotion. Then there are some consumer promotions like schemes, means which are directly useful for the end consumers. Now you must have seen so many schemes by Big Bazaar, DMart and so many companies wherein there are 10% discounts or some schemes will be given on particular product or particular season or particular occasion. So this is all related to the promotion of particular product or service. There are so many discounts will be there, 5%, 10%, 15% discounts. So all these are related to promotion. There are also some type of contests will be there which will help the company to promote its products. They conduct the sports contests, they conduct the drawing contests, they conduct so many contests related to these kind of promotions. So all these are under the promotions. There are also some trade discounts happening in the market. the companies will be getting so many discounts. This is also a part of a promotion. And there are freebies. Means suppose if you buy something, with that you'll get some discounts, some benefits, some gifts along with the product. So this is nothing but a freebies. Means if you buy TV, you will get a stabilizer, something like that. All these are nothing but a kind of a promotion done by the companies to attract customers. And there are also some promotions like incentive trips which are given to doctors. Now many doctors will use these kind of trips. Okay, these are given as incentive to the doctors to prescribe their products. Okay, so these are nothing but incentive trips. These are nothing but a part of a promotion. The companies use them as a part of promotion for the incentive trips, and awards will also be given in this regard, and so many promotion activities will be done in this regard. So these are nothing but all the types of promotion, different types of promotions which we have seen. So the next topic is conventional promotion. What do you mean by conventional promotion? Convention is nothing but tradition. Means it's a traditional kind of a promotion. Okay, so what are these? Previously many companies used to have this because there is a traditional or conventional kind of a promotion to promote products and services. Okay, now which are the examples of this conventional promotion? If you see, the newspapers are the conventional type of this thing. Earlier, if you see, many companies used to give advertisement through newspapers only. Newspapers were the wide coverage sources for creating conventional promotions. These are used as the most commonly used promotional sources because it is going to reach many people from rich to poor. So therefore this is a conventional kind of a promotion wherein many people, if you want to cover through this traditional method of promotion, then this is called conventional promotions. There were also examples like magazines. You must have seen many magazines having good images about cars and beauty products, all those things. These are nothing but a conventional kind of a promotion, wherein the traditional, for many years we are using this kind of a conventional promotions. And then if you see radio into electronic media, so previously what we have seen are nothing but print conventional promotions like newspaper and magazines. Now what we are going to see are nothing but electronic platforms. So the first one is radio. So radio is also considered as a conventional promotion to give advertisements, to give jingles, to give ads. Okay, so these are all famous traditional conventional promotions. Before TV, the radio was very widely used conventional promotion. People used to understand easily. There are many people who are illiterate, there are many people who can't read. For these kind of a people, if you want to target, then radio is the best method to promote particular product or service. So there are many companies who used to use this method of conventional promotion, and the source was radio. Then slowly it has progressed to television. So television has a lot of advantages. It has multimedia. You can watch it, you can hear the voice. Okay, so it includes both audio, visuals. So here you want to show them the product. If you want to show them the application, then TV will become most useful, and it is also conventional because many companies are adopted this, and it has also been from many years. So TV also has become a conventional source of listening. So if you compare print and radio and TV will be a very expensive advertisements. Then there are billboards. Okay, you have seen so many billboards in the city. So all these are nothing but conventional promotions. Many political people will be using these billboards. Okay, if you see, the billboards will be basically used by many politicians. Okay, if you want to restrict your ad to the local people or some area, then this billboards will become very useful because newspaper, magazine, radio and TV, the spread is very high. You cannot focus on particular geography. Here the spread will be very high. Now in this case, when you want to only focus on a particular area, you want to ensure that you are launching particular product in particular area, and you want to make them aware about particular product only in this area, you want to restrict to a particular area, then this will be the best method, conventional promotion. Okay, so the first method what we have seen in promotion is conventional promotion. Conventional promotion means it is a traditional promotion and commonly used by companies, small companies, bigger companies. Okay, is a traditional method of using the promotional. And which are the examples? We have seen the sources of conventional promotion. In print we have seen newspapers and magazines, and in electronic we have seen radio and TV, and outdoor we have seen billboards. So all these are nothing but from many years many people are using these kind of sources as a conventional promotion. The second method of promotion is unconventional promotion. What is this unconventional promotion? So in this, it enables small businesses with lower budgets to produce an high impact. There are so many small businesses will be there. The budget will not be high to give advertisement in TV or newspapers or magazines, which are our conventional traditional methods of promotion. Now what these companies will be doing is they come up with unique idea of doing promotions by identifying events or occasion or particular activity wherein they promote through a unique kind of a methods. It is also called as a guerrilla marketing. So in this guerrilla marketing, you have seen how the companies, small companies, creatively or uniquely do their promotion and has a good impact. Now, to give an example of this unconventional promotion, if there is a sports event, in that sports event, the company identifies the target audience, which are the target audience will be coming in this sports event, whether these target audience suitable for us, our product, and if yes, then they may give a sponsorship to a particular event, sports event. So with a small budget, they try to create awareness about a particular brand or service. Then they would like to have a good impact on these kind of customers and their target audience. There may be some examples like they may give a t-shirt printed by the company logo or company name or say punchline, something like that, which relates to the company and which can be seen by the audiences. Okay, so these are nothing but some of the examples of unconventional marketing. It is also called as a guerrilla marketing, and this has become very famous when there is a tight budget or the companies are small and they want to have a good impact because they cannot afford to give advertisement in TV because it may not be also relevant for them for their audiences. So these are the guerrilla marketing or unconventional. These are not traditional. These are the different new methods. These strategies aim to take the main core message and present it in a unique way that wins the attention of target audience. The method they use is very unique and they try to focus the audience and they try to win the audience through these kind of activities by giving sponsorship or giving logos and doing some kind of a unique advertisement or sponsorships, something like that. So these are nothing but unconventional promotional methods. Let us see what are the examples of unconventional promotion. Now having people wearing clothing with your logo at the events, giving out free samples at events. So as we have discussed earlier, to understand this concept, we have seen that you give the company logo having a t-shirt to these people who are playing the sports. So this is also one example for unconventional promotion. Then there are also like you may give out free samples at these events, so people may taste it, people may understand the quality, people may see the product, and people may also have a good image about this because they have sampled it, they have tried it, so they may feel good about this and they may recommend also, or they can buy these kind of products. Then there are some examples like creating a partnership with a local charity. So there are some local charity will be there. With that you can have a partnership and you can promote your product with low budget, which will have high impact. Then there are unusual public displays like sidewalk paintings and sky writing. So you have seen so many new unique way of displaying the products like balloon in the sky which has a company logo, which has company message. Then sidewalk paintings, when you are going on the road you must have seen some unique catchy paintings. So these are all low budget and which has a high impact. Okay? And it has a locational advantage. Suppose you want to focus on a particular area, then this will be very useful. Then there are examples like coordinated social media. So social media will play a major role in this unconventional method, like free low cost online tools you can use like Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Groupon, and so many are there, which the nowadays it has become a trend to use this unconventional method of, and it is also cost efficient compared to television ads. This Facebook, Twitter, all this becomes cost effective, and you can reach particular segment, and the response rate is also higher, and you can track also. So these are all new methods, these are all unconventional methods which companies are using. Then there is also a method called LinkedIn method, which you have seen the platform, the professional platform where the people networking will happen, sharing of information related to profession will happen. So this is also integral part of the small business for doing advertisement. So these are all nothing but unconventional promotional examples. So the next concept what we will be seeing is push and pull strategies. So let us discuss what is this push strategy. As the name suggests, here the main focus will be to push the products and services to the customers. Why it is called push? Because at this particular time the customer may not be requiring this kind of a product or may not see the benefit of buying this product, but the company wants to supply this product, company wants to sell this product to the customer, and the company wants right now the customer should purchase this product. In this case the company will try to push the products to the customer through various promotions. Example, doing active promotion, sales promotion, doing sampling, and encouraging a customer to buy the particular product immediately. So this kind of a product promotion is called as a push strategy. Here consumers are not actively seeking a product, they are not immediately requiring this product, but the companies will try to push the product because they have to reach their targets and they have to do the business growth. Here the company products are introduced through the active promotions like billboards, TV advertising, cold calling, in the hope that they will develop a desire to engage in purchasing a said product or service. So this is called a push strategy. In this, basically the company wants to sell the product, the customer is not looking out for a particular product or service. So this is a big difference between push and pull strategy. We will see some of the examples of push strategies. Now these are the examples of push marketing strategies. Face-to-face sales. Example, in a showroom when you are visiting and when you are buying particular product, you may not be looking at other products, but the salesman may push you some other products along with what you are buying. Say maybe you are looking for a television. So when you are looking for television, it is also the salesman that he will encourage some other products along with that. So he may also promote a home theater along with a TV. So you may not be requiring it. So, but the customer, as it has to be directly given to customer, he may tell the application of particular this thing, he may tell you the schemes, he may tell you the discounts, and he will try to persuade the customer to go for a particular product. So customer is not looking for a home theater, customer is looking for a television. So here it can also be called as a cross selling, wherein the customer is looking for it and the salesperson is pushing a different product. Okay, so push is basically nothing but, here even though the customer is not looking at a particular product, you try to push the product, you try to sell the product, you try to create a desire for a particular product. The second example can be POS. POS is nothing but point of sale. Here in the point of sale, there are many objects will be kept, the posters will be put, the banners will be put up. When you are visiting this showroom, maybe like DMart or Big Bazaar, when you are walking through, there are so many POS displays will be there, which will make you attract, get your attention, and they may induce you to buy a particular product even though you may not be requiring it, but by looking at it you may feel that yes, I have to buy this. So this is all the push strategies. Then there are products which has to be taken to the customer, even his knowledge will not be there about particular products. So then in that case, many companies will come together and they do trade promotion. It is called a trade promotion, wherein many companies, they come together under single roof and they try to exhibit their products in a stall. So in this stall, when the customer is walking, he is also not aware what kind of new products are there, new services are available in the market. When he is introduced to these kind of products and services, he may feel that he requires it. So they create an interest, they try to push the product through trade promotion, even though the customer may not be knowing this, may not be having a requirement of this, but by looking at this, and he will feel that as the application is there, he will feel that he has to buy it. Then also doing attractive packaging to induce a customer to buy the product. The company will encourage them to buy a particular product by looking at this packaging. So these are also the examples of push marketing strategies. Now we'll see pull strategy. What do you mean by pull? As the name suggests, company will do some activity, some scheme, or some kind of a promotion wherein the customer will start feeling that he has to buy this product, and he will start inquiring about this product in the retail shops, online, or wherever it is possible. So the enquiry or the requirement, the need from the customer will be higher than the salesperson are selling this product. Means the customer will walk into the shop and he will ask for a particular brand or particular product or particular service, because that kind of a pull is created by the company. So this kind of a promotion is called a pull strategy. Here the consumers will actively seek out a particular brand or product or services because they are already aware of its reputation, the application. So through intensive advertising, the aim is to establish the brand that becomes inherently linked with the customer satisfaction, and the products provide a high value for the end user. To give one example for this, excellent example in terms of a telecommunication, if you have seen, Docomo has used this pull strategy. The customer were searching each retail shop for this kind of SIM cards, wherein earlier it was a per minute basis call charges will be there. Now the Docomo, when it has come, they have introduced something called per second billing, like per second paisa, so 1 paisa per second. So like this kind of a innovative scheme they have introduced, so the customer was finding very cost effective to use this kind of a SIM card. So the customer were searching for this kind of a SIM cards, and the availability of SIM card initially was very less. So he used to give additional amount 100-200 rupees to get this kind of a SIM card, even though the company is not charging so much. So this kind of a pull is created by the scheme, the benefits to the consumer. So the company will give more benefit to the consumer so that he will find this kind of a product, or he search, or he come to the retail shop asking for this kind of a product. So therefore it is called a pull strategy. So pull strategy is a strategy wherein you give so much benefit to the customer, so much value for the customer, that customer will start seeking out this kind of a product, brand, or service, because he finds a lot of value in this compared to the products available in the market. Okay, so therefore there is a pull for it. It may be price, it may be quality, it may be features, or it may be some other benefit which is given to the customer. So he looks at all those things and he feels yes, I want this product, and he actively seek out this kind of a product. So examples of pull marketing strategies are nothing but extensive advertising of campaigns. Here if you have seen when they have launched Tata Docomo SIM cards, they have done extensive advertising about these per paisa per second charges of the call rates, wherein everywhere they have created awareness so that the customer are aware about the offer and they rush to the stores to buy this kind of a SIM cards. These are associated with intensive marketing in order to promote the idea of per paise. Therefore, the brand loyalty, for example, there is one more example we can see at Porsche, who conduct a little constant advertising, yet the consumer seeks them. So here the advertising may not be more, but because of the quality, because of the brand, the pull is very high. Okay. Thank you, students.